Hey everyone, welcome back to another Merge Tactics video. It's been a while. I haven't uploaded in a while, but that was mostly because I was kind of locked in with school and stuff. And then after the summer started, and I was like, oh, maybe I can make content again. Supercell kind of ruined the game because they took away like two traits, made everything one trait, and I was like super pissed, and I didn't really do anything last season. But I'm back. I actually started grinding again this season, and so these were my rank up games actually into Diamond at the beginning of the season. This was yesterday, and I finally reached my goal of top 100, which I never really said to anyone, but I was waiting quite a while to do that. And so, yeah, I finally reached top 100. These are my two games into Diamond. The second game put me at number 207, I think. But then afterwards, I did some grinding off camera, reached top 100. And so, I just wanted to share my games. This was my first game. It actually went pretty much perfectly. I got some really nice merges. And normally, well, this meta, the current two best metas are um, clan and noble, and normally you can only really go one, and then like two people get to pick one, and then the other people either have to contest for that trait, or they have to go something like less effective, like undead, or forest, or full forest. No one ever really wants to go full forest, but if you have to, that's like your best choice. So here I actually get to start working towards a full clan and then full forest mixed comp. I think someone might have started contesting something. I don't remember this game too well, because I did do this a while ago. But yeah, oh yeah, someone did contest clan, and then I started going forest. But I managed to block most of the other people's stuff, and that actually helped me win this game. Spoiler alert. And right here, we can see that this guy's contesting my wizard. He's contesting my queen. Has the Valk. So it's really all my Boss Bandit carrying. And by the way, Boss Bandit got like a massive buff this past season. She's like pretty insane now. It was way tankier than before. Last season, I remember 3-star Boss Bandit had like 1800, 1900 HP. Now she has like, I don't even remember. It's like 5k HP for a 3-star boss bandit. My numbers might be wrong, but it's around double at least. And yeah, we do see here that I'm going full forest, and because forest is kind of like one of the underground comps, like it's kind of secretly better. Because Supercell, I don't think they released a balance list, so forest is a lot better now to go as like an alternate, because before like only one troop would get like um hit speed buff and like invisibility, but then now everybody gets a hit speed buff. It's a lot of damage. It's not as good as noble, but because no one ever contests forest, you can pretty reliably get full 3 stars with forest. So rather nicely, I get a ton of merges, and I actually do get the 5-star, or well, not the 5, sorry, the level 3 orb. But that gives me a 3-star queen, which I can't even use because the other person has 2 queen copies, so I can't get the 4-star queen. But it's fine. A 3-star queen is definitely an upgrade over a 2-star, and that actually helps me win the game. And yeah, we can see here with the battle that the 3-star queen really is a pretty big difference maker. She does so much damage, especially to the witch, because the main problem with these comps is a lot of the times like the witch starts like stacking troops, and witch is actually a really good counter to boss bandit. Um, and also I get another level 3 orb that gives me the Mega Knight, and because I killed the guy with the 2 queen copies, I finally get my 4-star queen, which is awesome. And spoiler alert, I don't use my Mega Knight this game. I don't think, although I might. I might have to double check that later. But I don't really. But the Mega Knight doesn't really fit into all of this comp. Normally, I like if you're gonna use a Mega Knight or some other like boss troop, it's really nice if you're playing like Tomb Queen or Goblin Queen, and you went like 5, like, because you have the trait already with the ruler, and you just get all the 5 others. And with all 5 others, you can actually have one leftover spot and still get a 6 out of 6 trait. So then you can stick the Mega Knight in there. Actually, I might end up using my Mega Knight, but you can actually put in the Mega Knight, so you get full traits, and you get the boss trait with the Mega Knight or your P.E.K.K.A. or your monk. I mean, if you have a monk, you should just always use it. Mega Knight, not necessarily, so it's not as broken as the monk. Also, at this part of the game, I was trying to find the opponent's giant skelly. I really couldn't find it anywhere. Um, But we'll see in a moment here that I check back, yeah, and I don't see the giant skull anymore. I'm like, oh, whatever, screw it. Okay, not really much point now. I don't even, yeah, there's just nothing I can really do. It's just 2 max comps. I don't even use the Mega Knight. Unfortunately, he does swap out for the Prince last second, and I didn't really account for that. I probably should have realized I had the Prince because he has a full Noble. But doesn't matter, my comp's better. I have the 4-star Queen. And so we're going to win this first game pretty handily. 5 HP is a pretty solid win margin, actually. I didn't even need the Mega Knight. And yeah, now we can. So we hop into the second game. Interestingly and pretty annoyingly, I end up on 2998 after the first game, and I'm like, oh man, this is stupid. And in the next game, here we are. We have a nice Dark Goblin spawn. I actually solved the Knight for the Goblin Demolisher. Normally, I would recommend if you're playing Empress, just get Goblins first round at all costs, because it's gonna pay off for itself with the merges, and then you probably weren't gonna win the first round anyways if you're facing like a Dagger Duchess, who is like the only other viable ruler. And yeah, again, I'm kind of stuck here. I can't really do any merges. Kind of forgot I was recording at this section, so I went off to do something else, like just scroll while the game went on in the background. Because I knew the match wouldn't take that long. Also, I got really unlucky with my goblins again. I just didn't get any merges for a while, but then I finally started getting stuff. And I actually don't remember why I did this game. I'm just discovering as you guys discovered too, or rediscovering, I guess. But I do get a nice merge chain. But I still have to run 2 goblins because I'm not really getting my merges here. Checking other people's comps, I see Noble obviously in the top, and I also see Forest. So Forest, Clan, Noble are all contested. That doesn't really give me that many options. In this scenario, I would go Undead. I mean, Undead is still a decent comp. You got the permanent trait buff. Let's see what I do here. Okay, yeah, I think I might end up going Undead or Clan or some mixture of that. Clan's not too much contested. Pretty terrible luck this game though. But at least I do get the 3-star Queen. Now the problem with the 3-star Queen is I don't have the trait buff. And the Gold Knight is locked onto my Queen, and the Queen dies. But Skelly King just locked in everybody else. Everything else that this guy had, like, absolutely sucked. So, I'm actually still top of the lobby here, even though I had pretty bad luck for that round, and I was facing the Duchess, who had a Golden Knight. But I actually had the opportunity to block the Golden Knight there as well, but I didn't. Proves that I'm not a perfect player. I wish I was. Well, actually, no, that wouldn't be fun. You know, maybe I don't wish I was a perfect player. And I get lucky. I get to face the dead guy, and I get to finish off most of my merges. I don't know why I got the 3-star barb. I should have probably sold that a while ago. But it's still kind of confusing to me why everything is a 2-star. And I realized in the top corner, you can see like that other Empress player is probably cycling so much that everything is like blocked at some point. But the Duchess player does get taken out, probably because the Duchess player had like terrible stuff. And now I'm just facing this last guy who has 2 of my giant skellies and a completely maxed out forest comp. But I do get my wizard, I do get my archer queen, 2 best clan troops. Wizard, like, most consistent troop in the game, I think, sometimes. Or at least, like, for its cost, best 4 elixir troop. And this guy gets the Electro Giant, which is really annoying because he's guaranteed a 4-star Electro Giant now because there's this Empress player. But at least he sells the Giant Skelly. And so I'm just waiting. I finally missed the witch. Wow, that was really terrible to watch, but I finally get it again. So many misplays this game. Wow. And actually, I went into this game. I remember this at least. That I didn't think I was gonna win, but then my giant skelly just like knocked out everything. And so, well, it doesn't really matter anyways because I'm top 2 and I'm guaranteed into diamond at this point. So I'm super happy. I was like, wow, this is awesome. You know, I spent like the previous night like grinding for like an hour and a half and I couldn't get anywhere, and then today I just lock in for like what 20 minutes and then boom, I'm in diamond. The fastest ever in my history of playing merge. But I'm still looking for this giant skelly or this skelly king. And I don't even know why I'm cycling because I can't get anything besides this like Skelly King, and I'm pretty certain at this point that this guy's blocked it. So we're stuck here with a theoretically weaker comp, but undead with a lot of troops dying, you know, with all those buffs. that makes it potentially really powerful late game, and that's why like Tomb Queen is such an annoying ruler. But yeah, Giant Skelly carry, and that brings me into top 200 or so in the world at this point. Now, at the time of recording, I'm like top 100. I peaked 55 yesterday, actually, which is kind of crazy, but I forgot to record that. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'm making a video soon. See ya.